Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Got some beatboxing up in this biz.
Yeah, that's actually one of my various side hustles.
Now tell me everything. How has this never come up in 2 years? Baby driver over here.
I feel like now was the perfect time to just let everyone know that I've been a renowned beatboxer for my entire life.
Is this your long con to get us to check out your SoundCloud, Cody?
Absolutely.
I hate this podcast. This is all of my regrets.
This is it.
Hi, welcome to Into the Twilight, where apparently I'm the one that's having regrets now. I love this 2-year
how
shift.
the turns have tabled.
What the fuck? Oh, it's been a minute since I've thought about that. Oh my god.
I think about it multiple times a week.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Just not even, sometimes I disassociate. No, sorry, I want to go on this tangent for a little bit longer.
No, please. I actually, fuck everything that we want to talk about.
Yeah,
let's talk about parkour and Michael Scott and paper for always. Hey, let's change our podcast.
So, I think we're talking about different things now.
I was talking about, yours made me think about the Office reference.
No, wow, we are totally thinking about different things. Okay, I was thinking about the infamous Jonas Brothers Vine.
Oh my god, that's such a deep cut, Cody. Jesus.
It is really not a deep cut. It was very integral to the internet for a very long time, how dare you. But
oh my god.
And just they go, oh, how the tables have turned, and just I've disassociated so much from the video now that I just keep making weird versions of that in my head and think it's funny. I always like to say, oh, how the turns of tabloid, and it doesn't, none of that is funny, but my brain is
so
that
funny.
is
what are you talking about?
That is the greatest thing that's ever been said. It's just nonsense. None of it is comedy, but it is ridiculous.
It's definitely a genre of something. You know what I mean?
It's, aren't we all isn't everything?
Aren't we all just a tablet wanting to be turned? You know what I mean?
Are we human or are we genre? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Hi, welcome to Into the Twilight Nights, apparently. Things are about to get weird.
We are so hydrated just with water.
That's true. We're both slamming down water right now. I don't know about you, but we literally just finished watching Breaking Dawn Part 2. I cried
mere
out
seconds ago.
Literally, hot off the presses. I cried out all my tears. And I'm also a very thirsty from them cuties. So it's I need a lot to get through this hour with you. In general, but also today.
Sure, yeah. No, I get it.
Anyway, Cody, how are you doing?
I am wonderful. I feel like I took up a lot of this front bit with my Jonas Brothers conspiracies. How are you doing?
No, I think it's a good twist on an old classic, because I feel like I always bring something fucking weird to the table, just, in case we need something.
To balance things out, for sure.
And I feel like people are so used to hearing my voice in general, but especially at the beginning of this.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be a nice refresher for folks, a nice palate cleanser to the, be like, oh yeah, there's Cody.
Yeah, I'm on this podcast, believe it or not.
There's that cryptid.
Yeah.
I am great. It was really long week, but I have a few concerns to bring to the table about life in general.
Sure.
But specifically, what are your feelings on transition lenses?
Oh boy. I think they're really funny.
Okay, well, yes.
I love it when a motherfucker comes inside and they're just wearing full-on sunglasses.
Because it's come to my attention very recently that people not only wear these still, but buy them Not just for like an accessibility reason, but like for a fashion reason.
It's literally like, oh, I also want to be able to wear these as cool sunglasses. Because I already like these frames anyway. They'll just look cool, tinted darker.
Because I'm a cool dude.
I'm a dad.
Hi,
my shades.
My name is Roger. I wear the same tube socks for the past 20 years, and I have transition lenses. Also, me and my wife haven't slept in the same bed since we had a kid, because I snore really loud. Welcome to my vlog.
Hey, my name's Dan.
No, please, no. Go. I need it. Cody's, no. I don't know why I'm screaming when I want you so to talk, so go, please.
My name's Dan. I got a kid. And she's a beautiful Cocker Spaniel. And she loves my transition shit. I got her a little pair myself. There was a reason I didn't like improv when I did theater.
Hi, my name's Brian. I like to wear my underwear multiple times a week. Just switch it inside and out.
Yeah.
You know, for the environment. And also I wear my transition lenses when I fuck.
Okay, well, let's work on this guy for a second, because I'm curious. I'm curious as to... Because, like, if he would be fucking inside, right? Like, you really lose the point of the transition lenses. Does he, like, flash a flashlight so he gets the cool sunglasses when he fucks?
I don't think you're aware of how the Pacific Northwest weather works.
I guess. So, okay, well, then that's my real question, then, is, like, if there's no sun ever, then what is the point of transition lenses in the first place? I mean, across the board, they're really silly. It don't make a lot of sense. But especially in a region where there's not a lot of sun. I'm crying right now.
I'm literally... I think my tears just ran back into my water. Like, I just saw the water cycle happen in media res. Like, I think I'm God. Like, I think I just made this.
I did it.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I have a lot of feelings about it because I overheard a conversation between some of the high schoolers, like, in the hallway talking about transition lenses, and it just transported me. So just thought I would bring that to the table. You know, just think about it for a second.
Wow.
Write in your journal. Let me know. Speaking of funny shit with dude names, would you like to talk about current events with me?
Oh, boy, would I love to.
Oh my God. Okay, so folks, our friend, our love, our patron saint of this podcast,
yes,
the Brock Press is back, folks.
You thought you were done? We thought
you thought
we were done? Absolutely not.
You thought
the Brock keeps giving us that good content, that good relatable content. Thank you, Brock.
Thank you, Brock. So, the important thing is that Brock, aka Cameron Tyson, wrote this really important piece titled, I Love Romance and Hate 50 Shades. So, what I'm saying is, I wrote this article. So, it's a film review, obviously, 50 Shades Freed, and it's good. It's interesting. There's a lot of references, obviously, to Edward and Bella, of course. Yeah, so I just thought that it was super important, especially because we're about to get there. And so it's just a nice discussion of seeing the word Christian and fetish, like, bumping up next to each other, but not discussing Christian fetishes.
Right.
Which, hi, welcome to our podcast in about, like, a month. Okay, so this next thing is about J-Law.
Yeah,
Never thought we'd talk about her, but, you know. This photo that they have of Jennifer Lawrence, by the way, she's never looked, like, less happy.
Oh, yeah, she looks very much in pain.
Yeah.
But she's got a nice set of beach waves going on.
I know, she looks gorgeous. But I think that this is definitely this photo is from the press junket that everyone was talking about, like, her wearing fancy dresses but being out in the cold.
Oh, right, sure.
Because she's promoting that new movie or whatever. Anyway, so in all these press junkets, people ask all these fucked up questions. And so one of the things that came up is the fact that she opened up about the fact that she auditioned for Twilight. And so one of the quotes came out with Jayla saying, quote, "I didn't really know what it was. You just get like 5 pages when she's at an audition, and they're like, act monkey." And when it came out, I was like, hot damn, whoa. Which is the worst pulled quote I've ever read in my whole life.
Absolutely. That just, like, none of this makes any sense.
What does that tell me?
This gives me nothing.
Anyway, can you imagine if we'd have gone 2 years talking only about Jennifer Lawrence instead of Case 2?
Jesus.
My whole life would be different, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, just, think about that also. Write about that in your journal, and then just, like, let me know. Come back next week with some thoughts.
Tweet us.
Yes.
Tell us what's up.
Could you do me the honor of sharing the listener question that we have for this week?
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
What character were you most like in high school? And what character do you most identify with now?
So, I'm assuming this person was referring just to Twilight characters?
Yeah, what could you possibly have assumed otherwise? That's kind of our niche here.
What if I just respond in Titanic characters?
Oh my god.
But
I fucking guess, but I just feel like we're taking a departure here.
But I would love to hear your responses. Tell me everything, please go. Who were you most like in high school?
I don't know, because I, didn't really, I did theater, and, but I was also very introverted and very shy and very scared of everyone. So, it was a bad combination.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it wasn't like I was super, extroverted and, typical theater kid, but I was also very just, scared and didn't talk to anyone. Very great.
Literally me, all of my freshmen. I do all of this, theater and speech and debate and stuff, but also I don't talk. It's like,
but ask me to talk to another single human person? Absolutely not. On a stage in front of hundreds? Yes, will do.
I love it.
At the drop of a pin. But another human being in front of me? Nah, I'm okay.
That sounds like jazz to me.
Yeah, I fucks with that.
If I'm being honest. Now, high school me would say Bella, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
Me now would say Jessica Stanley.
Of course.
Obviously.
Duh.
Because, let's be real.
Hey.
So, hi. Okay.
Oh, and me now is Charlie, obviously. Duh. I don't even think we had
that's not even a discussion, right?
No.
Me now. It's kind of like that fucking meme, right? Of, who I envision myself as, who I really am, what my friends think, right?
Right.
So what I see myself as is, goals would be Esme, right? But, let's be honest,
sure.
I'm Alice. I just can't. It's a lot.
Okay,
and Alice is a lot, so, same. I get it. It's great. Okay, so, Cody, we just finished watching Breaking Dawn Part 2, the movie.
We did.
Hot off the presses. From 6 years ago. But here we are. There's so much that we could start off
content.
with. But mainly, I'm just curious about your initial thoughts right away.
Yeah, totally.
So tell me everything.
So, this was the most enjoyable Twilight movie viewing experience I think I've ever had. I think I had, genuinely a good time. It's still not a good movie. Even a little bit.
Oh,
but
well.
Did you really think that after all of this, I would be like, you know what? The Twilight films really fucking did that. No. But I just a sad dismissive, well, I was hoping. This is a different director, right? Is one for every movie? Or is this the same as the last one?
Well, so Bill Condon, they filmed Breaking Dawn, part 1 and part 2 simultaneously. So
Okay,
Bill
got it.
Condon directed both part 1 and part 2.
Okay, yeah. So, and even that, I feel like there's a visual difference between even both of these movies than the other 4, fucking whatever, how many. It's visually very appealing and really nice. What
Absolutely.
I think is really good about this movie, though, is, like, the special effects are off the fucking charts. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell there's a lot of money in these particular ones.
It was
And, like, it was
the
very
film
noticeable in this one.
with the highest budget. So yes.
Yeah, and that's obvious. Like, that's visually obvious. Like,
yes.
everything looked really seamless. It wasn't like fucking Twilight and those running sequences that just
Oh my
looked,
God.
like, really cartoonish, even up to fucking Eclipse, like, that were really bad.
On a treadmill,
just-
but like sped
yeah,
up times 4.
God, it's just so bad. It was just, like, really seamless, and stuff that I was like, oh, this is probably gonna look cheesy. Like, even the running and stuff look really nice, and, like, a lot of the powers look fucking sick. Like, it was just, nice. And the color palette, they finally fucking nailed it. At the last leg of the race. the finish line, just...
Yeah, the coloring in this film was aces.
Yeah.
I love it. So this one, I mean, just like in part 1 too, so they split the filming between Vancouver and Baton Rouge and Louisiana because obviously, like, you can get that foresty look without what the fuck just happened?
You just went to Baton Rouge, baby.
Don't say Baton Rouge 3 times. You might get transported.
The ghost of an alligator just comes in and
Oh my God.
gives you an accent.
No, that's like too close to a lizard. What I was trying to say before I went to Baton Rouge real quick is you can get that foresty look without having it be like 40 degrees and raining all the time in your films.
Right.
So I think that also helped their coloring because it was just naturally like greener. More what people associate with green rather than like our mossy ass green here.
Yeah, hey.
So like, it's fine. Yeah, it's hard to believe that this film came out in November of 2012. Like, I feel like this just came out to me, which is like, I'm shook, first of all. But yes, so one of the things that I'm curious about your thoughts, like right off the bat, is the introduction to this film. Because like it starts off right, like exactly where part 1 ended, right?
Right.
And this is the first movie, one, where the opening credits are extra as fuck. Like, it's just the most. But also,
it's like an episode of Scandal. It's like,
Oh my
look at
God.
these like red fonts and like these like grayscale woods and like, ooh, drama. Look at all these people.
it's
just
so
it's a whole mess.
much. They just like assumed that everyone would be screaming. So they're like,
it's like
we'll
nobody's
just
gonna pay
wait a
attention to
minute.
this anyway.
So first of all, yeah, like this is the first movie with like a credit scene at the beginning and the end that's extra as hell. But also, it doesn't start off with a Bella quote, which is wild, right? Because we just like we get her eyes and then it's like, oh shit, we're here.
Right.
And so I was curious. I don't know, like the opening here, like it's not, we don't get a deer right away. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
You're not instantly transported to like animals, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it's really interesting because we've kind of established this formula, right? Where it's like, open up a movie. Belle's gonna say some fucking Shakespeare or some bullshit. And then here we go. Let's go. There's gonna be like fucking deer motif. And then you're gonna see her brooding in a corner. Like, we got it. We got it how to make the beginning of a Twilight film.
Exactly.
But it was a nice departure, too, because it was just like, really just setting you back right into where we left off, kind of, and not really distorting kind of the flow from one movie to the next, I guess.
Exactly. And it also feels like symbolic too. Because this isn't like old Bella, right? So
she's a new, refined Bella.
Exactly. She doesn't need to do
Vampires just don't go off on monologues, although we find out that they very much do later on.
Well, and she does. Like, we just get
Absolutely.
her quotes like sprinkled like throughout
Right.
the whole movie.
They're more little, like, pockets of wisdom than they are her just going on a fucking tirade in her brain.
Just little fortune cookies of her blinking a lot and just
Yeah.
saying shit.
Yeah.
So, one of the things, and I think, like, we'll probably be getting into, like, some of the book to movie differences, because, there's, like, one that, like, when you talk about.
It's kind of a big one.
But I was curious about you visualizing some of the stuff that we talked about, right? Because when we were reading this about all of the, the covens coming into the Cullen house,
Yeah.
there's one thing to be like, oh, here's all these 17 new people that we don't know.
Yeah.
And then seeing, especially when they set up those establishing shots in the other countries, I was curious how you felt about, like, I don't know, seeing fucking our babes, I guess.
Yeah, well, because what was confusing and annoying about that in the book was that Stephanie would go on for pages about all of these people and would just, like, and had such, like, rich backstories about, like, 17 fucking vampires.
Yeah.
And then it just went on and on and on. It's like, these are all these people, and then would later just throw in all these fucking people later on. But, like, at this point, like, seeing it is like, cool. Here's one sentence about these guys and why they're important to us. Next, here's another fucking group of people. Here's how they're important to us, or here's how they know us and how they can help us. Next, let's go. And they just keep doing that, and they also, like, see where they're from a little bit. But it's, like, cute little snippets.
Yes.
Who they are. Also, this fucking Garrett guy is hot as fuck. That was so... I cannot believe nobody warned me that he was gonna be hot as fuck. And I just feel a little let down.
So we need to talk about the new bays, aka Benjamin being played by Rami Malek.
Also offended, nobody let me know about that beforehand.
Because, hi.
Hello. Looking like a fucking snack.
Like, can I
for
get...
2 straight hours.
Can I get a munch off this snack? God bless. He's so cute. Jesus.
I didn't even believe it at first, because, like, he's also very young in this movie, too, because it's been a couple of years. So I was also just kind of like, is that Rami Malek? And then it just kept going on to this guy. I'm like, that's fucking Rami Malek. What is he doing here? What happened? And that was very delightful, though. And he's fucking cute.
Rami Malek, he's a young bae.
A young bae.
And he's cute as hell.
Absolutely.
And also, he's an actor portraying a character that actually fits. Which, thanks for doing that.
Thank you so much.
I love having our bar set so low that is something that we have to congratulate.
It's not, like, jarring that this character matches the actor.
I'm so glad that we don't have fucking another white dude playing an Egyptian character, like a vampire, you know what I mean? Okay, so here's the thing. We have to talk about Garrett because
of course.
I have
He's a fucking full-course meal. He's a meal. he's a buffet. This motherfucker.
I have the biggest crush on Lee Pace. God. It's a problem. And so for him to have the audacity to attack me and come into my home and my safe space is honestly the best gift he could have ever given me.
It was so rude and also very delightful. When you first saw him just, like, walking down, I was like, are Twilight's really gonna give me a gift of a man that I actually find attractive? Is this really what's happening now?
I know!
No way. And then it happened, and then I was like, what? And he was, oh, God, are you kidding me? And everything about this man. So cute.
Especially, like, when he meets Kate, and he's like, oh, your power is so tough, right?
Right, yeah. And then he gets fucking shown up.
He gets shown up, and then he's like, oh, I love her.
Yes. I
love this OTP now. Which, amazing. Everything's perfect. The fact that he's just so snooty. I wish that I know they didn't have time for this, but I wish they would have been able to keep some of his battle speech of when he's like, I don't fucking stand for you. You're not my master, Aro. Like, all that shit, because...
Fuck out of here.
Passionate Lee Pace. Please. That's all I've ever wanted. Anyways.
I'm glad we kept all of his, like, quippy one-liners, though.
Oh my God, like, I know.
The British are coming.
He's so cute.
Yeah,
God.
It's annoying.
It's honestly disrespectful. Because here I am being like, oh yeah, Taylor Lautner, my bae. And I'm literally not even looking at him anymore. Because how do you look at him if Rami Malek and Lee Pace are in the same scene together? Like, who do I stare at?
Your eyes are all pointing in different directions.
Like, do I stare at my beautiful boys? Do I stare at the women? Like, where am I? Like, who do I stare at? I don't have enough eyes. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. What do they want me to do? Okay. So, here's the thing. There's a couple of book to movie differences that we should probably talk about.
Yeah.
When they get introduced to, like, the cottage scene, right? Mm-hmm. I thought... I don't know about you, but I always think that scene's super cute. Of Alice being like, hey, fuck you, by the way. Here's your gift. I don't know. I've always felt like the way that they shot the cottage scene was always like super intimate.
Yeah.
And it always felt like appropriate.
It was like a very, again, visually pleasing, like, sex scene or naughty scene. Like, it was just, like, really beautiful. Like, it didn't feel, like, really cheesy or, like teen romance, whatever kind of thing, you know what I mean? Or, like...
Yeah.
It just felt not... Like, there's that fucking shot of them when there's, like, the sun coming through.
Yeah.
And they're, like, shirtless and they're, like, making out. Oh, that's a fucking dream. Beautiful.
And it's weird to compliment Bill Condon on this, right? But, like, he does capture intimacy in a really interesting way.
Yeah.
But, like, even his establishing shots of... so like this too, right, where they just do those like super extreme close-ups on like their eyelids and stuff, right? Or like when she's grabbing the sheets, like those are the things that will actually like evoke something out of an audience and not just like screaming, you know what I mean? But also there's some things that like Bill does with establishing shots and like with characters that I feel like gets that intimacy across too. Like the one that comes to mind is when Hughlin and Nahul are walking in the snow and they do the same thing like they did with showing Bella's dress, where they show like intimate details of what they're wearing before they show their face. And it's like, oh, okay, like now I care about who this person is.
Right.
Before you like see them and stuff. I don't know.
Not to compare this to a far better movie, but in Carol, which is directed by Todd Haynes, who's a dude, like it's really intimate scenes between two women that are also that don't seem like really like pervy or like for a male gaze. It seems very like intimate and genuine, which is really hard probably to do from a different perspective. But it's like super cool to see it, you know.
It's always
cinema.
Yeah, it's valuable to see. And also, like, I think that having as authentic of intimacy scenes as you can get in entertainment, I think is valuable for audiences.
Yeah, of course.
But I can only fucking imagine, right? So I know, like, especially in this last scene, like the sex scene that they have in Breaking Down Part 2, like, it was just, like, Rob and Kristen in like the essentials, right? Because like from what we know about them, it's not like they'd be like, hey, so call all the PAs, we got to fake fuck.
We need everyone on set right the fuck now. Let's go. Every gaffer, every fucking boom, let's go.
Someone calling like on a fucking radio being like, all right, all the PAs come here, you need to see Robert's dick sock. Like no, that would never happen. And so I can't imagine. I feel like it would be much easier to establish intimacy with just an actor that you know rather than someone that like you're actively dating.
Right. Because
the fact that there's additional pressure of shit going on there too. And so I don't know. I felt like it still captured good shit is what I'm trying to say. So the other thing that I want to talk about in the cottage was the fucking book scene. Because, okay, so what happens in the novel, right, is Bella's like, cool, go ahead and drop off Renesmee at the house, Edward. I just need, like, a quick second to powder my nose. And then she runs in, grabs the book, gets the information, right, and then destroys it.
Right, yeah.
But in this one, Edward, like, whatever the fuck he's doing in the bathroom for, like, 20 minutes.
Taking a big old deuce.
Well, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go start the bath water, and then, like, can't figure out their, like, fucking bath. I don't know. Because it takes him forever.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah, it's, like, super dramatic that Bella's just, like, staring into a fire, and it's like, where am I right now? Like, what's happening?
What is this?
The other thing, as far as, like, minor changes that I saw was I personally loved when we were reading and the Denali clan meets Renesmee, and it's Carmen who has a soft spot for Renesmee. I've never been a fan of the fact that Stephanie tries to, like, establish this drama between Bella and Tanya. Sure. And so the fact that they, like, gave that to Tanya, I was like, stop it.
But don't do this to me.
I know it's just because, like, the audience can, like, recognize her and has more of a relationship with her than they do Carmen. Sure. But also, hey,
hear me
just
out.
Think about it.
What if we didn't do that?
What if we just stuck with what the narrative is supposed to be?
You know,
there were some other cute things that I thought were very important. We get a very crucial scene between our favorite OTP of Charlie and Carlisle in this movie. And, like, the dramatic glances, can we just?
God.
I'm just saying.
Fucking Charlie Swan's performance in this whole film, while very small, very impactful, and
So
very good.
good.
He's really outdone himself in this one.
The whole...
Like, his entire him just being full of Jacob's shit, but also being very scared of him turning into a big old dog.
It was so good.
Just versatility and talent, really, this man has.
Oh, God. Every time that I remember that Billy Burke grew out his mustache specifically for filming this, and the fact that he doesn't always have that mustache, that terrifies me.
I refuse to believe that. What does he look like?
Not like, I don't know.
I refuse to know.
Not him. Like, that is what... Billy Burke's face is one of, like, the only faces I know that, like, fits that mustache type really well. Sure. And so I feel like he would look very naked without it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had some good fucking quips in this movie. And so to have a small part that had, like, when you're nailing those lines,
God,
that's good.
Really stole the show.
I feel like Emmett had some good ones this time, too, which was very nice. You can see him in the background sometimes just, like, holding on to Nikki Reed and just being, like, cute as fuck. And it's like, hey, listen, that's adorable. Stop it.
You stop that.
The other thing that I wanted to mention, because this will be a good transition, was... yeah, let's make it as obvious as possible. Is Bella doesn't wear her necklace from Aro in the fight. And I loved that part in the book. It's like her being petty as fuck.
Right.
But she doesn't do it. She instead has
this
motherfucker? Gorgeous eye look.
Yeah, she put, like, why? She just get this sick-ass makeup. I mean, I guess do you, but, like, also...
Especially when, like, the theory is that she, quote-unquote, slept in that tent with Renesmee the night before. Right. And so it's like, what, you brought your fucking... like, palettes out there? Shut up. No,
how do I make them believe that my makeup setting spray is just very, very potent?
So, Jesus Christ, almost 3 months ago, when I was with Coffee with Rachel, this was the fucking look that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
The makeup look that Rachel did.
TM.
The lost look, but like this was the one, like, so people saw this in the like shots and like in the promos and they were like, BRB, this was like the thing right on YouTube at this time was like, we see one shot on like one clip of Once Upon a Time and it's like, I'm gonna make a whole fucking 15-minute video about this look.
And I would argue that was not her greatest makeup look of this movie.
No.
I think when she was talking with police dude, or whatever, what's his face, you know.
Yeah, Jay Jenks.
Jay Jenks. She looked like a fucking Hollywood starlet. She looked beautiful.
Oh my god.
I think it was more of like a subdued look, but I think like with her hair going on, oh my god. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you want to talk about snacks.
She's never looked better. She was a fucking unlimited all-you-can-eat buffet, but like a good one.
You know, like a good buffet. Have you ever heard of one of those? Me either.
Listen, you know... Imagine a very fancy hotel.
And they just went in very different directions.
They decide for the goof, for the bit, to do a buffet. But they fucking know what's up. They got Gordon Ramsay in the back just crunking it out. That's Belle Swan's.
Now explain to me exactly what that would look like, please.
I think I painted enough of a visual picture for you.
Oh my god. Yeah, Keisu looked great in this movie in general. Before we transition to talking about the last, like, 40 minutes of this movie, because I need to know all of your thoughts, I do need to get our quarterly movie update of your thoughts on the wigs. Please go.
Oh, boy. The only wig I had a fucking problem with was goddamn Renesmee's. Because
because she wasn't real.
Okay, right. But you would think, right, that, like, if it was just, like, a fake baby, they would make the wig look not like an adult wig that they just put on a tiny head.
Right. Well, you'd think.
You would think. I was just mad.
You'd think with that fucking budget.
Right. I was like, there's so much money going into here, and I know it's all going to Renesmee for the most part, but you would think that some of that would go to, like, hey, this is what hair looks like on a child.
Also, why did her hair look gray for most of the movie?
That's true. That is true. She looked like a very old young lady.
She looks like an old baby. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, sidebar, before we get into this thing. I need to know all of your thoughts about the immortal children scene of, like, the flashback to the Volturi, because, like, the pyre bit is iconic to me.
No, it was very good. I was a huge fan.
We don't get a lot of Dakota Fanning in this series.
Yeah.
But that part is always a mood to me.
Her makeup was fucking whack too. Like, what?
Oh my god, it
they
was
outlined
so bad.
her whole eye like around. Someone just drew a circle around Dakota Fanning's eye and put a little bit of white in there and gave her red contacts. Like, that's it. Good to print. Let's go.
That's what vampires look like, right?
That's what they look like. The really fancy, like, good-looking vampires, that's what they look that have been around and have been stunting on everyone. Yeah, that's what they look like. Looking like a mess.
It's honestly so disrespectful to her.
Absolutely.
Because she's beautiful.
Of course.
And, like, I know that she usually needs, like, a darker, more dramatic eye to look older. Like,
sure. Yeah.
Because she naturally has, like, a younger face. But, like, you don't need that.
No.
That is not how makeup is supposed to work.
No. And even, like, a nice, cool, dark, smoky eye would have been fun, right? But it was just like, let's just pretend to do a lot of eyeliner, but just really do, like, a perimeter of eyeliner.
Yeah. Hi, I'm 13, and I stole all the shit from the Wet n Wild section, and I'm trying to use all of it at one time.
Yeah, that's...
Like, what the fuck? This is so much money in a movie to just, like, fuck it up.
Just really just cut corners there, right?
Literally, but not cutting creases, you know what I mean? Hey. Who's bad now?
Oh my god.
But that baby was a bad baby.
I want a business divorce.
Hey.
No,
that was a bad baby.
But I was genuinely shocked when I saw what actual baby Renesmee looked like, because I had only seen the meme version, right? I was like, comparatively, fine, I guess. Like, against everyone else in that movie.
Just imagine that fucking meme this whole time. This whole time, just that fucking haunted doll.
Absolutely. Also, it made me think, because, like, the, like, real, quote-unquote, real Renesmee has, like, has, like, a baby's amount of hair, right? Like, the fucking meme had a full wig.
I know.
I was so good. I guess I didn't question it the first time I saw it, because there was a whole lot of other things happening. But seeing that made me really think, like, why did I think...
Hold on. That's what I'm saying. It's a haunted doll.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
The fact that Nikki Reed had to hold on to that for, like, 3 months is fuck wild.
It's just, like, I can't even believe I was like, oh, no, babies are supposed to look more like this. Why were we just convinced that, like, she could wear a fucking, like, 7-inch weave going on? Like,
no, they Monster Factoried that baby. I don't understand.
I know, but, like, the hair was not what baby hair looks like, is what I'm saying.
No. Especially because, they never got their shit together with hair.
No.
Now, here's the thing. So we gotta talk about this last bit. Of the movie, right? So this was a thing. Melissa Rosenberg has been the screenwriter of all these movies since the beginning of time. All movies. Hi, did you know
Every
that?
movie.
I'm so glad.
Have you checked? Go back and check. It's probably true.
Do you know for sure that she hasn't written every single movie? Then you can't fucking correct me.
Can you tell me otherwise? I fucking dare you.
Yeah, so then I'm right. So she's done all of these, and in, like, 2009, she had already started mapping out, like, most of Breaking 1. What? Yeah, Breaking 1 and Breaking 2. Yeah, fucking sure. And one of the problems was the whole, like, last half of the book, because it's, like, 25 pages of the battle, and she was like, how the fuck do I make this visually dynamic?
Sure.
And the solution was let's just do 2 different scenes, I guess.
Let's just really pull a Clue, the movie, and just do a bunch of different endings and pick whichever one.
I don't know if you remember
what's up?
When this movie came out in 2012.
Yeah, what's up?
The first few people that saw this movie lost their shit.
I fucking bet.
Because they were like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You just killed all my faves. I don't understand.
Yeah, I even remember, like, not that I was watching these movies when they were coming out, but, like, I remember the uproar, because it was, like, a huge pop culture thing. Like, everyone was fucking, like, talking about the ending of, like, this franchise. And, like, everyone was like, what the fuck? Do you see what they did?
And it was all just, like, it was exactly those tweets on Twitter. Like, it was just like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that, but, like, not saying anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just everybody subtweeting about Breaking Dawn Part 2, but not saying anything. So anyways, I'm very curious about your thoughts on how they decided to portray a battle without having it in the battle, I guess.
Right. I think it was really cool. I think it was a nice way to see, like, all of their individual and collective fighting styles. And it was, like, a cool kind of, like, departure. Like, it was kind of cool to just, like, take yourself out of, like, still being in, like, the fiction of the universe, but also kind of being outside of it a little bit. Because it's, like, you know, not really what happened or whatever. But, like, I really loved the whole, like, Bella Edward tag team thing. Like, that was really fun.
It was
like,
so good.
Because I feel like we're not getting a lot of, like, fun, cute moments together. I mean, cute being the objective word here because they decapitate the fucking Volturi dude. But, like,
Isn't your ideal date?
Fun, cute date idea. I literally, my fucking note in my phone when I was watching this was, cute date idea, decapitate the Volturi.
See? That's what I'm saying. You get
but
it.
but I think it was really funny, right? Because they got it, it was a chance for them to be, like, showing their capabilities and their fighting style, especially Bella, because she was new to this, but also still very, you could tell she was working to be really good at this and, like, training for this.
Right.
And also them being, like, funny and cute and, like, having a couple dynamic, but still fucking, like, decapitating dudes, you know? Also, God, so many people got decapitated in that scene.
Yeah. Well, and so that's the thing, right? They've had this problem with all of the, like, vampire fights is how do we make this gory and scary without showing blood?
Yeah.
Because they still needed to keep their rating
right.
low enough that they could get that good cash money. Why did that take me so long to say?
Yeah.
So that was their solution, right? And that's kind of how their vampire lore has come up, is that, like, when they die, it's a lot like that stone.
Right.
Which, by the way, there was so much in that fake battle where you could, like, hear their heads being ripped apart, and it just sounded like nails on a chalkboard to me. Hate that. Yeah. Negative ASMR for me. Thank you so much.
And the visuals on that were really good, too. Like, it didn't look fucking cheesy and corny. Like, it was, like, a cool decapitation scene, you know?
No, it definitely wasn't, like, gratuitous at all. Like, it still gave, like, a very visceral, like, oh shit, that's, like, gnarly.
Yeah.
Without being, like, here's all this blood on this snow, look at how scary it is.
Yeah.
Which, personally, I think that's kind of the way that, like, the difference between, like, slasher fix and like thrillers, right? Is, like, how do you get that theme across without just, like, showing blood for always?
Yeah.
So yes, fighting styles. There's so many things here, right? Like, the fact that it's... So Alice going in and Aro being like, oh, shit. And then, okay, so there's a few things, like, just in that scene, right? The fact that they, like, Felix fucking slaps Jasper for no reason. Yeah. And then Jasper gets pissed. Like, oh, my God. Who's the sub in that relationship? You know what I mean?
Hey.
And then the fact that, like, of course, it's Carlisle's death that, like, throws this into shambles, right?
Yeah.
And
the glue that kept everything about this together.
Right, exactly. But, like, one of my favorite parts of Robert's acting in this whole movie is, like, his absolute, like, shock and horror as he's, like, running instinctively towards the fight.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, it's just, like, a natural response. Also, the fact that, like, Esme's reaction kills me every time I watch this. Like, anytime that there's, like, a silent scream like that... it's so much more powerful to me than, like actually hearing it.
Right, yeah.
Some of the deaths that always make me super sad, like the Clearwaters, first of all. in what world? Not my world.
No. Not my president.
Hey, first of all, true. But also, like, the fact that Leah went out saving Esme.
Oh.
Like, do you ever just cry at night? Because I do. But yes, and so, like, but I loved all of this of, like, Alice dragging fucking Jane to Sam. Like, are you kidding me?
God.
Oh, there's so many notable fighting moments here of just, like, getting to see all of their personality styles. But yes, I love it a lot. It's all very good. One of my favorite things, too, is because you, as you mentioned, like, Bella's still learning to fight, like, in this moment. Mm-hmm. So I love the part where she's, like, trying to use her shield and realizes, like, oh shit, I'm being defensive here and not offensive. And then she just gets, like, the shit knocked out of her. And I just feel like that's super helpful to learn. Is like, oh yeah, this is still, like, a real fight. She's not going to be perfect this whole time.
Right.
But yes, it's all very good. Especially because Aro is just, like, huffy and pissed this whole time. Like, meh, all of my friends are dying in front of me. I can't believe we're losing. It's so weird. The other thing, too, Marcus being relatable as fuck when he's like, finally. Before the fucking, they, like, rip him apart. Do you ever just? Because sometimes I do.
A big old mood and a half.
Honestly. There is one more thing that I definitely want to talk about, and I don't know about your final thoughts, but, like, we have to talk about the soundtrack. Because, the soundtrack in this one is aces. There's so many good artists on this soundtrack. Plus, there's no Bruno Mars, so, like, God bless. I already like it a lot. But, like, first of all, you put Passion Pit and Ellie Goulding, St. Vincent, James Vincent McMorrow, and Christina Perri on an album. Like, hey, listen, all my faves. I was very curious about your thoughts on them doing another rendition of 1,000 Years.
It's a fine track, right? But, like, we don't have to really nail the nail it in there, huh?
It's very important to me.
I get it, like, the cultural significance, and, like, I understand.
1,000 years, Cody!
I mean, technically it's more than that, because they're immortal, but,
do you
I can't say I had on that particular moment, or at all during this film, but I get it. It just may be a little bit too heavy-handed for me personally.
But I mean, it's like Stephenie Meyer's creative talent, right?
Yeah,
so
I was honestly a little curious because the whole movie was like, oh, this doesn't seem like really in my face. This is odd. And then that montage hit it, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're here. Stephanie's creative control, Zach. We're here. We've done it.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing, right? Is especially in the second movie, I feel like Stephenie was like, all right, I want to make sure that Alice has a very subtle but a very powerful role. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, Stephenie, we get it. Like,
Thank you.
We got it. There's so many, like, subtle glances that Alice does, and it's like, Steph,
thank you.
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
I can read context clues, actually, but thank you so much for really just telling me.
You don't need to literally punch me in the throat.
I'm just gonna cut every time that Alice just thinks of a plan or has an idea. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I got it.
You.
But especially at the end, right? When it's like, we just transitioned from another one of Carter fucking Burwell's bops to the ending, and it's like, oh yeah, so we get this, like, happy-go-lucky look from Alice, and she gets to share this vision with Edward, and it's like, mer, mer, mer. I can't believe that you're trying to make me ship Jacob and Renesmee. That's so gross.
Don't do this to me. Absolutely not. I refuse.
But it is funny, though, that Jacob's like, so Dad? And he's like, I'm gonna rip your throat out.
Like, fucking destroy you.
Oh my god. Okay, so we didn't even talk about this. So, Bella trying to kill Jacob at the beginning, right?
Oh, huge mood.
It's the biggest mood.
I love my tank wife. I love my strong, smug tank wife.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Her delivery though on that you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster line
it gives
was
me
a little
chills.
Oh boy, it was a little corny. But
it's just so growly and
it's very growly,
moody.
but it's just such a funny line that, like, I mean, I understand why she would take it seriously because that's her her newborn daughter, and it took a lot of her to get her, and I get it.
Literally, she died.
She
I don't know if you remember.
She died and came back and didn't think she was gonna see her daughter. It's like I get it. I get the stakes.
Her Crypt-a-Kid Kid, you know?
Crypt-a-Kid, yeah, I get it.
Coming in 2018, Crypt-a-Kid.
Hear me out. What if we do Shark Tank? All right. What if we do a Build-A-Bear workshop called Crypt-a-Kid? Or you,
Cody? That is literally the best thing you've ever said.
Yeah, I think we're gonna make millions of dollars.
I want an American Doll Sasquatch.
Absolutely.
More than anything I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
I want to build a Mothman baby boy.
Yeah.
Named Marvin.
I love that.
I've never wanted more than any, like, I want stuffed animals after cryptids.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
I think this is gonna be one of those speak into existence kind of things.
Can you imagine being like, oh, are you a Loch Ness Monster? Or are you a Sasquatch? And it's like, no, fuck your gender cryptid binaries. I'm a Wendigo. And it's like,
shit.
Hell yeah.
Wow. I can't believe we have another
Cody.
business to start after this.
Oh my god, we have so much to do tonight.
God.
Anyways, so yes, I love that. My favorite thing about that scene is I love Bella does a great job. Like, Kristen's doing a great job.
Yeah.
My favorite
Always.
thing though is Robert. Like,
oh yeah.
The fact
Just
that
laughing.
he genuinely looked like he was having a good time, and that never happens in these movies.
No.
And so the fact that he was just like, look at my beautiful wife.
Right. Like, you didn't have to force a smile out of him. He just felt it.
Yeah, it was very good. So I loved that a lot.
It was very good.
Okay, so the credits, right?
Oh,
I cry literally every time.
Allie, Jesus Christ. For the 15 whole minutes the credits take up in this movie.
It's just me.
Because they thank every person who's
sobbing.
ever been in any Twilight film ever made. Or has even been involved in the process at all.
No joke. So when I was double checking the songs and like where they played in the film, one of my personal favorite songs that I enjoy in general is actually sung by Paul McDonald and Nikki Reed on this. It's listed where it is in the film as 5th song in the end credits. Like, it's
we're gonna be here a while. Okay. Buckle up, everyone.
It's gonna be a while. But yes, they just do the little bits on everybody, and I get super emo about the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. But also I'm crying.
Oh boy.
Do you have any final thoughts about the last, movie of the saga?
Oh, thank God it's over. I think it ended on a nice note, though. I think it's clearly the best one out of all of them. Like, I think it's clearly the best, or at least the most well done or put together one of them. Mm-hmm. You could obviously see Stephanie being like, I'm sentimental, push the fucking button, let's go, let's get this 20-minute credit scene going. I want to thank everyone, I love these are all my kids, I love them. And you could feel that, and it was great.
I want to thank Muse for 20 minutes.
Can you give me a speech at the end of the credits where I just cry about Muse, please?
It's just like a vlog of her.
God,
just
not
being
that
like,
Stephanie Meyer would ever...
And thank you.
No, going.
She would never.
No, but not that anyone in Twilight would win any Oscars. But could you imagine if Stephanie Meyer had to deliver an Oscar speech? It would be like a 35-minute TED Talk on how alternative music changed her life and how she loves Kristen Stewart and she's her muse, literally.
She would literally look over to the right side of the stage like, Carl, I told you I had PowerPoints for this. Like, what the fuck?
Where are my slides? Where's
my clicker, Carl? I have stuff to say.
God,
I'm providing a quiz at the end. Again, I don't understand.
Will never happen, but I hope one day she is able to host an award show.
Oh my Jesus.
That's all I want.
I'm just saying. It would be great.
Oh.
Yes, I love this movie a lot. It's very good. And it's very good. So I enjoyed it a lot. It's going to be super interesting because next week we're doing the first half of Life and Death. And that's just all the way back. That's just a total rewind. to Twilight. And so it's going to be super interesting to be like, we had this whole dynamic established. How do we go back and reread this knowing that, like, y'all die when you fuck and also, like, birth cryptids? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
Love that.
Should we thank our patrons?
Fuck yeah. How would we like to thank them?
Fuck yeah. We should definitely thank them as gorgeous, non-main like our NPCs of the Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 movie.
Beautiful. Let me just pull up the IMDb for Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Rachel Black, I mean, if I had to choose, like, the obvious choice would be Jacob Black, but, like, we're talking about NPCs here.
Hey,
so, I mean, it's gotta be Sue Clearwater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she had some good lines here. She knew a lot about trout. It was very valuable. Charlie was very turned on by the fish talk. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, of course.
Please.
Jessica Stanley. Our light, our love, I'm gonna say, is Zafrina. Who's gorgeous and really killed it.
And really powerful.
Love that.
There's so many to choose from here.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with Katie Weber. Is definitely, I think his official name is Vasily, but the bad baby.
The very bad baby.
The bloody bad baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Rachel Yorkie is going
also, great name. I just am never over it.
Very great name. Is going to be the hottie among hotties. Mr. Garrett.
Oh my god. Okay, great. I mean, you have to be, right?
Of course.
And then, I mean, that's only fair, right? Because now, Shannon Clearwater, I mean, it's got to be Benjamin.
Oh, of course.
Like, you just got to do it.
Yeah. Gotta do it to him. Give him all the hotties.
Shut the fuck up. Can we talk about the fact that I'm also on the Breaking Down Part 2 IMDb page right now? And someone named John Edward Lee is credited on Breaking Down.
Yeah.
As English punk because hi.
Because he's the one that fucking Garrett like noshes on. Because he's like singing along to the Beatles and he's like, fuck you, Brit. And it's like really distasteful. And he just fucking eats him. He's like, yeah, I fucking hate the English. It's like, I guess, man.
It's
You're
so
hot,
good.
so I don't really have any problems here.
Oh, it's very good. I love it a lot.
Incredible stuff.
So thank you all for supporting the show.
Hey!
You help us always.
Woo!
Here's the thing, Cody.
Yeah, what's up?
Usually after our patrons, I turn into our fanfic corner.
Yes.
But I think this needs to be renamed.
Okay.
To the fanfic corner, sponsored by Taylor fucking Brown.
Sponsored exclusively by the god Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown,
The
back at
design.
it again
Taylor
from Brock U. Just like
Fuck, what if Taylor was a
killing it.
Brock the whole time?
I mean, Taylor Brock. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Brock Brown.
No. Stop. What doozy has Taylor brought for us this week?
Okay, so Brock Brown has sent an important fanfiction titled Home Economics with Bella and Edward. So the description is Edward signs up Bella and himself for home economics. The title tells all. Takes place during eclipse. And it was published September 3rd of 2007.
God, I don't even remember what happens in Eclipse.
Where were you in 2007?
Oh, God.
So I was definitely, like, into Twilight at that point. That's fucking wild. Okay. Here we go. This is from Chapter 3. I was recommended to read Chapter 3 by Brock Brown. So Edward took a seat next to me and scowled angrily as Mrs. Smith walked into the room. I gave him a quizzical look. He answered my look by saying, in an annoyed tone, "She's thinking about how she loathes having you in her class." I folded my arms across my chest, but had to quickly unfold them as I felt a sneeze coming on. Edward handed me a tissue. I took it grudgingly as I saw him give me a "I told you so" look. "You really should have stayed home today, Bella. I can take you home at lunch, or we can go home after home ecca." I cut him off. "I'm not going home, Edward. I'm perfectly fine. I just have a teeny tiny cold. No big deal." "No talking in class. See, detention didn't do you any good. Next time I catch you speaking while I'm teaching, I'm sending you to the principal's office. Got it, Missy. First of all, sidebar, I'm a teacher. You don't fucking call kids Missy. Mrs. Smith spat out at me. Grr, I hated that woman. Did you hear that, Miss Swan? She said, her voice rising. I nodded fastly. First of all, fastly. And said quietly, yes, ma'am. What was that? She said crossly. I said, yes, ma'am. I said a little louder than needed. Don't use that tone with me, Missy, she said evilly with a glare. I blushed. I could feel my eyes getting watery, and I closed my eyes tightly. I didn't want to cry. I gulped. I slunk back in my chair. I could hear Edward let out a very low growl. I kicked him under the table. I only managed to hurt my foot. I bit my lip as my foot began to throb. End scene.
I will say, over the course of this, your fanfiction acting skills have really just gone through the roof.
Honestly, thank you so much.
You know what? You're welcome. You deserve it. You're actually getting the Oscar.
Rock you. You know what I mean?
Boo. Bad take.
Oh, I thought it was cute. That's rude.
Well, as you say,
get bit!
This is an Earbud Media production. You can follow the network on Twitter at Earbud Media. You can also follow this show at Into the Twilight almost everywhere, or check out our Tumblr at intothetwilight.show. Our wonderful artwork is done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHouse44 on Instagram. Our music is done by Eli Krause, who you can find at krausefilms.com. The intro and outro was done by KB__Smith on Twitter. You can follow Allie at Into Wild Places, and you can follow me at Dyke Discourse. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye!
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's up, John?
I just wanted to confirm that we were recording Monday.
Yes.
What are we recording for?
Oh, it's our new podcast.
Our podcast, the Strange Little People one.
Strange
right?
Little People, yeah.
Yeah, the one on Earbud Media Productions.
Mm-hmm. You can find it on YouTube. You can listen to it.
The one that we update every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, dude.
When we have new guests all the time.
Sometimes.
Most
of the time.
Yeah, and we talk about current events and stuff.
People should listen to it, right?
Yeah.
It's something cool.
I think people would like it. I mean, you don't have to, but I hope you would.
Did you put out the ad yet? The flyers?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, as we speak.
No, you're sitting down. You're not...
No, this is happening right now, as we speak.
John, why did my hand just go through you?
Oh my god.
John.
We'll talk about it next week.